Victorian period. Many of these vehicles have been found in a poor state and have been renovated to modern standards, but they still keep the tradition of what they were used for. So, let's look at some of the vehicles around outside. Can you spot a butcher? Can you spot someone delivering milk? Can you see a general delivery from a farm to the market? Can you see a general dealer or someone taking milk to people? Can you see a rag-a-bone man? So these are the different sorts of vehicles that would have delivered things during that period. Now, if you think about it, we have white van man these days where they deliver things to you on the internet. During this period, fresh goods were delivered via these vehicles. Now then, another question for you while you're judging. What sort of horses can we see out here? These very typical of the type of horses that were used during that period. There are some high-stepping horses. There's some traditional horses. So these are the horses that were used for delivery. Now you can see quite a number of Welsh cobs or Welsh cobs derivatives. Also we can see some high-stepping hackneys. And also in some areas we can see a coloured horse. So many of these were used for delivery purposes. And it was not uncommon for people from London or Birmingham turning up in our farms in the autumn and buying large numbers of untrained horses to actually use them for the dairy business. Now then, as they come in any order to the middle, Mr. Mark Broadbent will start to inspect each one individually. Explain to you how the whole thing works. You might well ask, how is the carriage pulled by the horse? Many people think that it's through the shafts, but that's incorrect. If you look at many of these horses, they have a collar around their neck, traditionally made from leather and stuffed with straw. Around the collar you have metal pieces called hames, and then running from the collar to the vehicle, you have leather straps. So when the horse is commanded to move on, he sits into the collar, and the weight of the vehicle then is pulled through his strongest parts, which would be his breast and neck area. And then as he pulls the straps then are attached to the cart, and the cart follows. How does he slow the vehicle down? Well, if you see at the back of the horse, there are some straps around the rear end of the horse, and those are also attached to the shafts. So when the person who is driving the horse instructs the horse to slow down, the horse then sits back into that strap and holds back the weight of the carriage. So to move forward, it's the collar that pulls the vehicle. To slow it down, it's the straps behind that slow down the vehicle. So that's the way it works. Now then, in terms of etiquette of driving, you notice that the person who drives the carriage has a whip. Traditionally, that was a holly whip made from holly, and as such, it is a third hand for the driver. You can see that what people have done is that they have summoned the horse by touching it sometimes on his flanks very gently, so it acts as a third hand. The person also signals to other road users which way they are going. So you might well hold the whip up and show which way they are going. Now, when you look at some of these vehicles, you can tell, are these fast delivery vehicles to get fresh food out, or are they out all day long? If you look at the 4-bedded vehicles, which are called costermongers, they have something special at the back of their carriages. They have provisions for the day. So many of those people would be out delivering food or picking up scrap or general deliveries for quite a period of for the day. And they would take with them food for the horse and food for themselves. Now, if you were delivering milk, you'd want to get the milk out quickly to the vendor and go back for more. So you'd probably want a faster, pacey horse to get that fresh milk out. Same with a butcher and possibly a fisherman. With some of the costermongers, you'd be out all day delivering, so you wouldn't need a particularly fast horse, but you need quite a strong, steady horse that would work. There are rumours that many years ago, health and safety certainly wouldn't allow it today, that when people were out delivering milk, they were on their own delivering milk with a horse and cart, and they taught some horses so well through whistle commands to move down the street for them quietly. God forbid he wouldn't be used these days, but certainly in those days, the horse, carriage and the person were one. So there were the milk deliveries, quite possibly the horse would be summoned by a whistle. Now then, do you remember Benny Hill? He was the fastest milkman in the West. And I can tell you, Benny Hill's first milk delivery vehicle is on show today. Benny Hill isn't here, but certainly his vehicle is here. So the fastest milkman in the West, you will see out here one of Benny Hill's first vehicles that took to the film world. So the vehicles we have out here, the turnouts, there's, I wonder if you can find it, there's something like a rag and bone man, there's a baker there, there's a butcher there, there's a number of farm delivery milkmen there, general dealer, a fruit delivery, a farm to market vehicle, and various types of others. So I wonder you can work out the white man of the day, what these are. You might also think that some of these horses, you ask the question, do they only show? Speaking to some of the owners earlier on, many of them are working horses still. They actually do take part in demonstrations, but some of them actually still part of a team, take part in funerals, and also on special days requested by people. So they are working horses. They're not just show horses, they do some work continually, and you can see from them really how calm they seem to be in an environment like this. So it suggests that they are used to being in harness and work continuously during the week. Someone was telling me earlier on that one particular horse, the owner said that he's out 5 or 6 times a week training but also delivering locally. So they are working horses still. In Wales, mentioned earlier on that many of the horse sales in the autumn, people came to purchase horses for the city trades. If you wanted to hire a van nowadays, you go to a firm and you can hire the van. During the Edwardian and Victorian periods, if you wanted to hire an outfit like this, you could go to a livery yard and hire a horse and also hire a vehicle for your trade. So things haven't changed greatly from that period.
Get it out and bring it in, we'll fill it and take it in for.
Hey? No. Oh. I wasn't looking that far round. Somehow.
What walk?
Yeah, go on, we'll have one. Thank
Oh
you.
no, I've opened that one.
Right, so. Do you want more? Have you got a spare bottle, Shannon? Should I give you it? Oh, right.
What did you say? Oh, I did drink it out of that.
That's all right. You ain't got nothing here?
No, I know, but still.
You trying to tell us something?
No, some people are funny, aren't they? Oh, it's real, but I won't care. I'm going to go back round here with the baby and Sadie.
All right. Thank you.
You can get through there, Pat.
You can?
Yeah, so you know where the trailer is?
Yeah.
Go around the front of the car and the gate's open there.
Yeah.
But
Well, get this through.
we're gonna bring the pushchairs.
I'll follow you through then. Yeah. Julie, do you want some? Do you want some, Joy? Joy, it's cold. It's cold. Oh, all right. You just said it's cold.
Now, if you look around at the various vehicles, some vehicles have got metal sort of around their wheels, larger wheels, so they tend to be spoked by wood with a metal rim. Others then have some pneumatic tyres. Now the pneumatic tyres was a late development in these sort of areas, so that would suggest that your vehicle with the pneumatic tyres was probably this late Edwardian period. Okay, because that came in existence around probably 1912 onwards. So pneumatic tyres tended to show a later development. Many of the original wheelwrights made wheels locally from wood, quite often ash and elm, and then expanded the outer ring, put it across the wheel and threw water on it where it contracted then and held the wheel together. So that's the way the wheelwrights worked. Many vehicles were built locally. And if you come to the private driving tomorrow, you can see that lots of the vehicles are named after who made them, or named after the city or town the design came from, or even named after a certain design of the spokes or the seat or something similar to that. So quite an interesting history lesson in terms of some of these turnouts. We welcome our judge, Mr. Mark Broadbent from Devon. We're grateful for his attendance. Here is some history of Mark. He's been well known in the driving facility for many, many years. He's the president of the coaching club, which is one of the oldest coaching clubs in Britain. He's tried all sorts of areas of driving. When he was trialling, he was the supreme champion for 4 years on the trot. He's also been chair of the British Driving Society, and he's the chair of the British Driving Judging Committee. So, exceptional devotion to driving over the years, and we're grateful that Mark's made it to the Royal Welsh for 2004. Ni'n ddiolchgar dros ben i Mark yn ddod y bore yma. Mae'n y person sy'n gwybod mwyaf ynglyn â'r arddangosfeydd yma dros y wlad i gyd. Mae wedi bod yn gadeirydd ar sawl pwyllgor sydd yn dylanwadol ar draws y wlad, a mae'n nawr yn lywydd i'r clwb maen nhw'n galw the Coaching Club of Great Britain. Mark also has tandem bars, and if you're wondering what a tandem bar is, it's a specific little badge with 2 bars across it that show that he has delivered or driven a tandem horse in certain competitions or drives. A tandem horse is where one horse would move in front of the other. The back horse would be doing the work, and the front horse would be showing off to the public. So the tandem bars are awarded to people who have done the tandem club meet. So Mark is a tandem member.